Live. Okay. Hello, people. Oh, I'm sorry. Sawdates and peoples
Hello.
and dogs, hopefully. The first few minutes are probably going to be a little bit of fodder just because we're just going live.
The first 5 minutes, we're just going to play rock, paper, scissors, and you can watch us.
Please.
ASMR. Fuck. Oh, we have a commercial. Cool.
Oh.
Wait, did
Are
you
we
make
making money on
commercials?
this? Wait, how do I... Can I turn off... I don't want...
I don't think we need commercials this time.
I mean, I like money just as much as the next guy, but like...
We're figuring this out.
Well, actually, I don't think there's
Folks.
a way to not have...
Okay. Well, here we are. Hi, everybody.
Huh. Okay.
So for anybody that doesn't understand what we're going to do, we'll say this a couple times before we start so we don't blow your minds. I'm going to edit a photo or two.
Yeah, so
Something we do.
For those of you that don't know this, we have a Patreon. What are they doing? We have a Patreon, and the Patreon, we have 3 tiers. We have the $1 tier, which is just base support, and then we have the $5 tier, which is what's called Fix It in Post, and then we have the top tier, which is called the Archive. And the middle tier is kind of what this is. This is just a more drawn-out version of said tier, but basically we live stream... What?
How long are we going to be here? Is this a 12-hour
I mean,
stream?
yeah, we'll be here until the next day. But we live stream and edit every other week.
Well,
And
unless there's a
unless
month
it
with
gets
5 weeks.
weird.
That can be weird.
But basically, we edit my photos, we edit your photos, user submissions, and it's a good time. We have some conversations, we chill, we drink coffee. It's a good time.
Sometimes we talk about things that aren't photos.
Exactly.
And then we call that the fix me in post.
Exactly.
That's pretty good.
But today, we thought it was a good, a good excuse to take this public and sort of, let more people know about this tier and about this thing. And also, it happens to be my birthday today. So I thought I'd love to spend the first few hours of my day with y'all doing this. So that's that on that.
The real reason that we're doing this is that this is an off week, and we did need to shift time. We need to shift our schedule a bit for a month or so on our Patreon. So we're giving you extra stuff public, and then next month is going to be right on schedule. That's all just to say, we'll never let you down, ever.
What song? That's a song.
I don't know.
We'll never let you down.
I don't know.
Fuck. That's a song.
Forget the fix it in post.
Yeah,
you gotta
fuck
figure
that
the song
shit.
out.
Okay, but today we are at... Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Not necessary though. It's purely whatever. Not a huge birthday person, but either way, I like spending it with people that I like and respect and love, and doing what I love.
And Jake.
And Jake. But I was just gonna give this like one more minute before I start doing shit because I want people to come in. Concurrent viewers are still coming in right now.
Hey, if you haven't checked out the Patreon, there is a lot of material that's public too.
Link is in the description.
Yeah, a lot of the things that we've done, a lot of these fix it and posts are actually there and available for you to watch.
They are.
They're not live anymore. We're not also there doing that at the exact same moment as we're doing this, but they're available.
I would say so. It's there's like a 2-week buffer. So basically, Patreon still gets exclusive to those 2 posts in advance.
Yeah.
And then everything else previously is for the public. So if you guys want to see what we're doing over there, that's all there and for your viewing pleasure.
That's true with the newsletter too, which is what's that, like every single month leading up to now. There'll be another one that drops tomorrow. That'll stay private for a month. But everything else goes public. So if you want to know what we've been doing, the progression of our Patreon, I write those newsletters. They kind of are like they are an archive of what we've been doing. So
it's also cool because we can use those newsletters as a way to sort of involve behind the scenes that we couldn't necessarily do otherwise. And like, for instance, the iPhone intro in the recent video, like we have a whole plethora of information, and also like what got us there, because there were many different iterations of that intro, and that's all sort of videoed and sort of walked through.
Sure.
In I think it's the December newsletter.
Yeah, I think so.
December newsletter.
There's also an entire blooper reel from the Tesla video, which is already a pretty long video. We had to cut a lot out, so there's a lot of just 4.5 minutes of Tesla bloopers, which were very fantastic. You can get all that stuff on the Patreon.
Also, Uzil? I'm gonna guess it's Uzil. Thank you for $10. I appreciate that immensely.
Damn.
Did not expect that, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I should take a look at what's going on here.
The other thing is you can always use that money to support the Patreon too, and you get some exclusive content in return.
Very true. Very true.
So there's that on that.
And you get to be, this is something we've really been talking about a lot, which is that the Patreon is a chance to be part of a community.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the big buzzword of Patreon. Mm-hmm. It's hopefully the people over there can attest to this.
Yeah. Well, it's like we all talk to every single one of our patrons on
constantly.
A weekly basis.
We have a Discord that some of them use where they're constantly tapped into what we're doing. We're constantly tapped into them. Yep. We do the Fix It and Post. I was sort of joking, but the Fix Me and Post is like reviewing some of their material. So if you're artistic and you want to be part of an artistic community, sort of talking about your work and being able to workshop stuff, like, man, there's so much stuff.
Yep.
And so if you feel like joining us, join us.
There it is.
You're asked, why do you shave?
Oh, that, I mean, not to keep plugging the Patreon, but that's over on the Patreon too. Mm-hmm. But no, I'm not going to give away too much, but it's a thing that I have to do for the next month and a half. Month. Yeah. Pretty much month. Yep. So get used to this for the next couple of videos. It feels weird. It feels really weird. I haven't shaved in probably 3 years, fully clean. So my skin hates it and I hate it. So it's a great time. But I feel like we're at 95 concurrent views right now. Yeah, so let's just hop into photo editing.
Somebody asked the question, who's with you?
Oh, this is, for those of you that don't know already, this is Jake. Jake,
hey everybody.
Jake has been a friend of mine for over 10 years now. And we both run this Patreon together, and he's the writer that I could never be, and the musician that I could never be, and very organized to a level that I could never be.
That is something.
He's basically everything I am, just better in every way.
That's funny. I would say the same about you. So there you go.
Organized? Holy shit!
No, I wouldn't.
Lying, Jake.
I wouldn't say I'm organized though.
I don't know about that one,
but we work together on the Patreon, and I do some stuff over on the YouTube.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I mean, if you can't already tell, he's in a lot of videos as late.
Mm-hmm. I pretend like I'm looking at screens sometimes.
Yeah, So just a quick thing before we jump into editing. These are the 4 photos that I'm trying to tackle today before the end of the stream. This one's in Banff, Alberta, which is just gorgeous. This one is the lovely SEPTA system in Philadelphia. This one is Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia. And this one is a garage in Philadelphia.
It looks like Philadelphia.
It looks like Philadelphia?
No, it looks like the one over Race Street. There's one near Race Street. It looks like that one. I don't think it is.
It's not the same one, but it's weird. What iMac do I have? I have an iMac Pro. It's a good time.
You can see a little bit of reflection right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think with this one, not to like use my presets that like I'm developing, hint hint. The Patreon fam actually knows about that because they've been privy to a lot of the preset talk, and we're kind of doing like an internal testing thing with those presets come next couple of weeks. That way people can get their hands on them, they can use them, they can give me feedback, and then there it goes. Oh, Jackson Hayes.
What up, Jackson?
Yeah.
I also thought that and didn't want to.
Yeah.
Bamf.
I think is it 2 F's?
Benf.
Yeah, it's 2 F's.
Benf.
Oh yeah, no, you spelled it correctly. But with this photo, like it's just such a pretty landscape that it's like it's really easy to just do anything in this photo and it still looks good. But basically, I don't know, like I'm reteaching myself how to live stream because I feel like I've been doing this for so long with people that have
come to know
through so
already.
much
Yeah.
of my style.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I try and tackle light first, and then I go into the point curves. I do some fun stuff with the point curves.
How many of y'all are photographers, videographers, artists?
Yeah,
right.
Tell us about yourselves.
Yeah, and if you don't want to tell us about yourself, just do like a hands up emoji or something. I just want to see influx of our creatives,
You know,
our influencers.
So just to give you a little bit of a concept of where we are right now versus where we were. That's what it was. That's what it is now. That way, you know, we're drawing attention more towards the center of this photo rather than the bottom. And then, you know, with this, we're going to start to play with colors. I'm, of course, going to drag these blues a bit more to the Tiffany side of things. Desaturate a tiny bit.
Is Lightroom worth buying for beginners? You've been asked.
I mean, if it depends on who you are. If you're a student and you can get it for a student discount, by all means, explore the Adobe suite as soon as you can, because it's very much a standard. And then once you sort of learn it, you should be. The cool thing about like the Adobe suite is like once you know how to do one program, once you know how to use one program, a lot of those same rules apply to other programs within the Adobe suite.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe just familiarize yourself, but you know, if you're just trying to edit photos, try a Pixelmator, which is a one-time purchase in the App Store if you have a Mac, or just use Visco.
Oh, it's so nice to see all of you artists. This is so great. There's like such an influx. While you were talking, I don't know if you saw
Good
like
shit.
the influx of.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Oh man, yeah,
I'm glad.
this is fantastic.
You know,
Well,
it's like
welcome.
I love doing Patreon stuff, but like, you know, as much as it feels like friends and like family in a lot of ways, like I still want, you know, more people in there. That way we can like just have bigger conversations, and like this is so fun for that.
Yeah.
But like we're making moves with this photo. I'm just sort of learning what colors are in this photo right now.
Look at that water,
Right?
Damn. And I know it's pretty much that color, right? Like it's like,
Dude, that's I think this area specifically is the bluest water in the world. Blue ass water. Cody
blue
Co.
ass water. Oh, and a musician.
Hey.
Same, dude. Nice to see you. Nice to be seen by you.
Nice to be seen by you.
What kind of musician? Not to like pull favorites or like I don't
Not
really
to pull
care.
favorites, but let's pull favorites.
I don't really care about what photos you take. What kind of music do you do?
While we wait on that,
Oh, next time maybe we could stream at 8K. Somebody suggests.
I'd be done. Yeah, I'll just steal Marquez's camera.
I think we need a better modem.
Jesus Christ, my computer will fry.
Yeah.
Like it'll just fry.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things to do is using the linear gradient tool and then isolating specific colors and specific elements from the photo. That way, I can sort of draw attention to specific elements, or I can just sort of make it fade away a little bit. The thing with like bushes and grass is I think you want to lessen clarity. You want to go the opposite way. That way it's not as stark sharpness, which in my opinion looks really gross. But like, yeah, that's what we're doing there. And then I want sort of a bloominess in the sky.
Yeah,
So
such
I
a contrast. Like you have that saturated water and then this like cerulean, desaturated sky.
I like that
Damn.
word.
Like Greek urns,
Yeah. No, I
No, you don't know.
Are you judging me, Jake?
All right, let me try to get some questions.
So
There's so many.
That's I think I'm done with this photo.
Okay.
I think I'm done with this photo.
So let's take it from the beginning to the end.
So this is where we are.
And talk through where we were. Because this is so interrupted because of all the questions, which
This
is
Where
fine.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest, I literally just affected colors,
Right.
and the way certain shadows are affected.
Yeah, we'll employ people someday. We'll keep going. Don't have to answer that any further. Somebody asked, are we going to employ people someday? Yeah, sure. Someday.
Yes.
Yeah, not right
Yes.
now. What happened to the stream?
Are we back?
I think we're back.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Let me know if all's okay.
Hey. Yeah, looks like we're back. People are
Okay. That's fun.
Who knows?
Computers literally crashed.
Yep. Right after you said the computer would crash.
What's funny too is I like that's a weird irrational fear of mine, is like to be midstream doing anything and just everything just goes to shit, because there's so many different elements. And it's like if one thing goes wrong, you basically have to like troubleshoot every single element to figure out what went wrong. Thankfully this was a pretty easy.
That's my entire job when I'm doing other work.
Yep.
Live troubleshooting.
Yep. Okay. Hi. I'm gonna wait till we get to 40. And then okay, there we are.
Wow, okay.
So this is photo number 2. Photo number 1 didn't save the edits before the computer crashed.
Really?
So we're just gonna let that be.
So you saw
what
if you
it was.
saw, you saw, I guess.
You saw what it was. But
we continue. We carry on.
yeah.
I
We
love
keep going.
I love these like neon blue like directional lines.
You know what I
heading
love
up.
is the reflection of the stairs in the wall.
Yeah. And the lack of reflection in that spot.
It's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Just the reflection and all the imperfections in the reflection are basically all the overlays you add to photos to make them look grainy and stuff. It basically did it itself.
Yeah.
You could just crop in.
So this photo, I already posted a version of this photo to my Instagram.
Oh, did you?
But it's not this exact photo. But I thought I'd sort of go through
I don't follow you on
how
Instagram,
I
so.
did it. I mean, fair enough. I hear he's a dick. And by he, I mean me. And by me, I mean
They can't see
myself.
your screen. Switch to B.
Oh,
Sorry, everybody.
I'm a dupe shoot. Okay, now we're back.
It's just an hour of us talking.
It's
about
just
what's
an
on
hour,
the screen.
yeah.
It's like maximum edging.
So, as you can see, I used that linear gradient tool again. That's what it was, and this is what RAW brought it back to. So, shoot RAW, folks. It's worth it for this exact reason. Now, with this photo, I sort of like originally had the intention of like going warmer into like the cooler tones at the bottom, and I think I still want to do that, but you need to of course start with the warm first. Hit up that vibrance. And then I'll come back at this again. And the one thing I love to do is like very much create a space using like a haze or like a fog of some sort. It's just such a cool look to me. And the way I do that is I lessen clarity, which gives that blurry sort of butteriness, and then I dehaze, which, as you can see, gives it haze. And this is, of course, in reverse. And then from here, I'm gonna crop right at the point where we see the top of the stair. So right about there, give or take. Yep. And then I'm going to come into about here. Yep, I think that's about it. Perfect. Yep. Okay. So from here, increase saturation a bit. And then
I like how
it's
how
a lot of
monochrome,
fine-tuning.
like it's so incredibly monochrome, except on that railing.
Yeah. But from here, we are going to go to point curve. I sort of, as a lot of you can probably tell, I love that aged film look. And I try and sort of make that present in everything I do. And I think, that's a part of this sort of faded look that I do as well, where there's really no stark shadows, there's no stark highlights. It's all kind of soft and smooth in a lot of ways. I don't know what that was, but I did it. Now it's looking all green to me, so I'm gonna drag it a bit more magenta, which I think, green. That's it. And now we're going to. I use this metaphor a lot. Take it for what it is, but it's not that deep, I promise you. But like, I love the look, the concept of heaven and hell. So like, I see the like warmth and like the fire up ahead, and then this like cool sort of energy down here. I think the first time I ever saw that was this Instagram photographer who like played with like warm and cool smoke in an image, and ever since then I've just been like super into it.
I like to think of it like the non-intensive contrasts, right? Like not aggressive contrasts are so that your viewer's eyes can jump around and seek respite. Like from one source to another. So, one spot it's cool and it's, saturated with one color scheme or one look, and then as the viewer's eye bounces around, it lands somewhere else, and they get they seek respite from that. So it really is, it's like a binary, like the heaven, hell, the, fire, ice kind of thing.
Yep. Fire and ice is also, but as you can see, like it's subtle, it's very subtle, but it accounts for something. And with this photo, when I posted the one that's similar to this on Instagram, I took it from Lightroom. I put it into Pixelmator, and I added some fake smoke down here. which just sort of emphasized that coolness. It sort of gave it like a frigid feeling. And then that mixed with like the heat coming down on these stairs is just such a, I don't know, I love that feeling. Now, the one time that I very much recommend using clarity, hello train, is right about here where you see this reflection of the stairs. And I'm just using the brush tool right here, and then I'm going to clean this up a bit. Just get rid of the areas that I don't necessarily want to be affected by the clarity. And then I'm just going to create a straight cut downwards. Cool. And then from here, we are going to increase the shadow a bit, increase saturation a little bit, and then kill the color. And then from here, add that clarity, which you can see just, you feel that grit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna increase in certain areas now.
Also, just to like be a broken record, this is normally something
I love
that
broken records.
I like to repeat.
How'd you know?
I think that if you don't already, like, if you're sort of a beginner, or you're kind of a newbie to this kind of thing, squint your eyes when you look at an image.
Yeah.
Even at any stage, right? Even if it's just when you're about to choose the image, because what you're going to get is you're going to get abstracted forms, and you're going to see whether or not it's worth even putting time into. So like here, and I don't have to really squint anymore because I do this, but like I see these really good abstracted forms that are not super linear. It looks like it's a staircase, boom, 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 stair, stair, stair. But the way the light is falling, when you make one area dark and you make and cool and the other area light and warm, like they're not linear objects. They're kind of like, they're shapes that kind of commingle. And so you're only going to know that if you're interacting with that image that way. So like when you're looking at your screen, or if it's a drawing, or you can do it with your ears if you're a musician, if you practice quite a bit, you can learn how to abstract things and start there. I find that really important.
I concur. Yeah, no, I love that reflection so much. I might actually add a little bit. I'm gonna decrease the flow and the density a little bit. Probably about to here. I'm just gonna go in a straight line.
You have a question you could ask while you do this.
Let's go for
answer. What is masking? I tried to edit a photo and saw masking and tweaked it a little bit. There was no difference at all in the photo.
Masking in the sense of video masking or photo masking, or
I think photo. I think probably I just didn't select an area to mask.
Masking is it's about selecting specific areas that should be affected and not others, obviously. But if you're not getting a result, then I don't think you're selecting it correctly. Not to be blunt, but like I don't think you're selecting it correctly.
Usually, you can like with masking, you can do a lot of different types of selecting. You can like basically paint the areas you select.
Exactly. Oh man, I didn't even like really fully notice the handrails.
Yeah,
but, dude, they're so colorful.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
have,
see
like,
if I can
red,
emphasize
orange, blue.
that just a little bit.
Yeah.
I've learned that as someone that like isn't a huge fan of the Apple trackpad, the Apple trackpad is a wonderful tool to have for Lightroom. Just because you can like, and this is gonna sound stupid, but like you can feel like the image in a lot of ways. Let me just increase.
What's your favorite photo editing app in mobile?
Visco or Lightroom Mobile.
There you go. There you have it.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I did something.
Yeah,
those handrails a little bit. You know.
I think you
maybe
can
I'll
just
just
see.
add a tiny bit more. And by a tiny bit more, I'll just ruin it.
No, that looks pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah, I always want to like.
Does it look fake? I feel
It doesn't
like,
matter.
I feel like that's my number one concern right now.
Not
It's like
really.
I don't want to push it too far.
I don't really think it looks fake. I think it looks like super bright and cool and pretty. I would look in the desaturated monitor.
Oh no, that looks so good. Holy shit. Yeah, no. Not to like toot my own horn right now, but like I fuck with this photo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. The golden reflection is fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. It's like it has those amber vibes, but like it's more on the golden side of amber.
What's your favorite filter in Visco?
Dude, I can't even answer that because like I literally just pick what I like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Is there like a standard?
I don't know.
I also like. Is this weird? Like I pick a filter and then I decrease it, like basically to just like a little hint, and then I just try and bring it closer to something else with like those fine-tune adjustments later on. Like I basically just use a filter as like a reference.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
What sparks your creativity in your videos? Come hang out with us.
What sparks creativity in our
How are
video?
you?
Yeah, no, literally just
There's no way to answer that question.
just chill with
quickly.
us for half an hour.
Yeah. I was talking to Claire about this. I was talking to my girlfriend about
I feel like we spend so much time together at this point
Yeah,
that it's
that I
just like
think-
hard to tell
yeah
who the fuck we're talking to.
that like I'm as a composer and a musician. When somebody asks a question like, "How do you create an album? How do you make a video?" There's really no cut and dry answer, and that always is a frustrating answer to hear. But it's true because, like, making is it is like this strange little animal that clings to your back while you exist. So it's always there and it's always watching it. It's always just like figuring out what you do, and then you have to figure out what it's doing. So to answer the question exactly, what sparks your creativity? I mean, I can't answer what sparks your creativity for your videos, but I would say like
Crack.
I would say that like
Just so much crack.
just an insane amount of crack. No, I would say like existing and thinking and being present
Yeah.
and doing and watching and intaking and
Yeah.
being and feeling and smelling and tasting.
smelling
like,
and tasting?
No, really, like being a person, being an organism that's full and
Yeah.
through and through, right? Like being a human being is I'm not like trying to put you on blast.
No. I think also like accepting failure, accepting the fact that you
Yeah.
know. Like I remember that there were so many times like during like creating and I think that's the most frustrating thing about being like a creative person is like you're so deep in your head
Yeah.
that like if something goes wrong, finding your way out is such an arduous task.
Maybe that's the thing I would say is like maybe my elevator pitch should be like being an artist is about cultivating the garden of your creativity. It's about like learning how to coexist with all of your demons and all of your neuroses that exist, because there's always going to fucking be there, and the more creative you are, the deeper you're going to be,
Yeah.
and the higher the chance of like horrible shit going wrong in your brain. So
Yeah.
being a person, taking time, being slow,
Yeah.
courteous to yourself, and like self-care, man, that's
Yep.
how you make a good video. It's not the answer you're
Pay
looking
attention to
for,
yourself. Yeah.
but that's really what makes a good video.
So a quick update. I'm like attempting something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm trying to use these guide tools to see if this is gonna fix my issues. No, that kind of fucks it. Yeah, no. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
I like it off kilter.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's better off kilter. Okay, I think I'm done with this photo. I think it looks good. I'm just gonna let that be. But to give you a concept of where we were, that's where we were. Very different vibe altogether. and then that's where we got it to, which I think we improved it.
Yeah.
I really like those rails.
Yeah. Like
I didn't notice that the first time I edited this photo.
That's all I was saying.
It's so good. It's so good. It kind of reminds me of like candy.
Yeah.
Like in this region.
Yeah.
Like this reminds me of like a candy cane or something. I don't know. This photo was taken on... Okay, actually, hold on. Let me back up real quick. This photo was taken on some form of an iPhone. It was taken a long time ago. I literally just rediscovered this in my photos. Also, fun fact, there's a tiny little sailboat out here.
I saw it. It's so cute.
It's so cute. This photo was taken on a 1DX.
It makes me think of the vomiting dude when he's
and then this photo was taken on my iPhone with night mode. So I thought it'd be fun to play with that. We have about 20 or so minutes until we go. So I feel like we can get through this photo. I haven't really edited this photo yet. So like, give me a minute to figure this out. I also don't, and this is kind of a weird omission, but like, I don't know how to edit night mode photos fully yet, because it's like such a, like everyone proves such a very different result that it's like hard to figure out like what standard techniques you can bring to any individual one.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I do want to do is figure out what crop I'm going for first. Yeah, I think I want to get rid of the grass. I don't like grass in photos. I'm gonna... Oh, hello. I'm gonna first declarity the fuck out of this.
We have a question. Who do you guys like to look up to? Or look at someone's content because of original creativity? So I guess like...
Well, if we're
in
talking
the
outside of
film world,
creators, I mean, I look up to my parents a lot. But I look up to...
I think it's a reference to your creativity, which your
well, I
parents
mean,
is a fine answer.
yeah, no, yeah. I mean, my dad, my dad and my mom both are very much huge inspirations for my creativity, and I think, you know, in like the online creator world, I try not to look at that many other creators. To be completely brutally honest, I think it clouds my vision a little too much.
Yeah.
And I get too stuck in what other people are doing.
That's interesting.
That I can't really focus on my own shit.
Huh.
but
That's what I didn't know about you. That I've known a lot of people that are like that, like even in the music world.
Yeah.
And I think I've been that way, but I don't think I'm that way anymore. Like I don't really feel affected.
I think it varies from medium to medium in a lot of ways.
Uh-huh.
'Cause like, I don't know, like I've always felt so like, I felt as a person, like I've always lumped myself into a trend in so many ways visually.
Yeah.
And I'd say, like, in the past, like, 2 years, I've very much got myself out of that. And I've just been doing my own shit. And I've, like, sort of found my own style, my own, you know... Like, I shoot now specifically because I know my style. Right. Which I think is a super powerful thing. Because, like, that marriage of creation to post...
Yeah.
I think it's powerful when they know what each other are. So, you know, for me, like, I think my thing very much is, like, I look up to artists in very different fields.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I look up to a lot of theatrical people, actors. One dude, his name is Mark Rylance. He's actually become quite a bit of a movie star lately. But fucking brilliant actor. Literally one of the smartest actors I've come across. You know, for me, like, seeing someone work like that in such a different medium for me gives me like like a jolt.
Yeah, I hear that.
In my own avenues.
I think I have a strange, maybe parallel and maybe perpendic.
Perpendic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is that
Racy.
I used to just feel inspiration from artists or from whatever I was watching, experiencing, taking in, hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I got to the point where I really started to like think on and try to internalize that the people who I was looking up to are just people, also failing, also making mistakes, also really imperfect. And the moment I did that, like, it's not like to say I leveled the playing field and like I'm now like super self-aggrandizing. It was just like I leveled the playing field. I realized they're also people. They're also just doing whatever. And the moment I did that, when I started looking at their material, I felt like I was able to look at it and not say I want to do that, but be able to like almost pick and choose. Like, I really like the way they did that. I want to, when I try to do that as a professional, I'm never going to do what they're doing. I'm going to always add myself on top of it. And by doing that, I'm going to make something that's my own. And no one's ever going to know that I like copied, because I didn't copy.
Right.
There's no such thing as copying if you're making original art, you know?
No,
So like agree. I listen or I watch and I just, there's moments where I'm always like, oh, like that's really fascinating. Put it into like,
you pick and choose.
The vault, you know? Yeah. And then eventually like you make a new thing and it's like an amalgam of all of your experiences and all the things you've experienced. So I'd say like as long as you're true to yourself when you're making something, you know, go ahead and fucking try to copy, because you can't copy. You're never going to copy, you know? If you only try to copy, you're going to live your whole life being almost as good as that person.
Well, I think you know, that's an interesting point that like I've dealt with many times over the years, is like I've seen so many people copy my shit on the internet, and it's like for a long period of time it really bothered me. Right. Like it gave me such a level of animosity that a person should not hold in their system. Right. Because it's not healthy. And you know, once you sort of realize that like they're doing it because like I realized that I was that person. Sure. Years ago.
Yeah, we all
like
were.
I
were
I
all
made those copies. Yeah. Like, you know, and it's like it's kind of a weird reverse analysis once you do that. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very deep-seated question. Yeah, in a lot of ways.
I don't even know what question we're still answering.
What do you look up to? Jesus. How did we get here? Yeah. Yeah. I think in a lot of ways, like I look up to people that are just fucking shit up without any regard to other people's opinions.
But you know what's funny? If you had them in a room, and they were totally candid, yeah, they probably would say, "This is fucking scary. I'm super fucking nervous." Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, because we're all doing that. Like, and that's the thing I'm trying to bash into all of our skulls, which is like, you know, everybody's just fucking up. Everybody's just fucking up, and you're gonna fuck up until the day you die. That's it.
A person that I've recently become very much infatuated with is Rami Malek. Mm-hmm. Besides just being a brilliant actor, mm-hmm. his approach to things is so unorthodox, and I respect that immensely. Just because, like, I don't know, especially like in the performing arts field. Yeah. I feel like everybody attacks things a very similar way nowadays. And, you know, seeing his portrayal of Freddie Mercury mm-hmm. is a prime example of someone that stepped up to do something out of his comfort zone, didn't listen to what other people had to say, and ultimately, you know, made something that will go down in history. Yeah. I mean, say what you will about the movie, but his performance is fucking epic. What's up?
those. Like, you can show or not show.
Oh yeah,
It's interesting.
I don't know why it decides to block offensive words, but it does. I don't care. I don't know if I'm doing good things to this photo.
There's a lot going on in this photo.
There's so many things, and it's like I don't know if like I'm just making it worse or if I'm like actually making things happen.
I like that your night sky looks like the water from Banff, and you should just take this,
blue ass water,
flip it over 180 degrees, and
just
layer
superimpose
it over Banff, and see what happens. we all of a sudden find your face accidentally in the corner of the photo.
Oh my god!
And spend the next 20 minutes.
You know, I don't know. I feel stagnated by this photo a little bit. I can't figure out like what I want out of it. I feel like I did something. I just don't know if it's good.
I think you're kind of taking your normal like the Dark Knight approach.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gotham vibes,
yeah.
but like,
I almost feel if you go back to the original, I almost feel like it wants like very, very warm.
I hate warm though.
Wait, no, but it feels like it wants warm because it is. It's already like yellow purple, which like, it's got that contrast.
Well,
then you have these highlights of like, you know.
Let me ask you this question though. What happens if we shift just the bottom?
Okay.
Warmer.
Let me answer this real quick. Harris, no, this video will not stay up. Sorry, but
yeah, no.
All of our other.
But you could join our Patreon.
All the other fix it posts.
Hang out with us every other week, doing the same thing and having conversations with us.
And watch all the previous ones and learn a bunch of stuff.
So there it is. And there
this one's not going to stay up though. Sorry about that.
So we have 9 more minutes of
too
this.
Much. And we've revealed too much information.
Yeah, this is classified info.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna.
Okay. It's nice.
It's nice.
Would you take the bottom back to the original a little bit? Is that what you did?
A little bit. It was. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I just evened out colors a bit more.
Yeah. Yes. And you learned something.
I feel like I was super thrown off by like these branches.
Yeah, there's a lot of info.
There's a lot going on. There's also just a lot of like light in very different places.
So this is night mode. Was there flash on anything?
No. Wow.
It so looks like the trees.
I think it was a 3-second exposure. I also realized last night that you can do up to a 10-second exposure.
Wow.
If you want to. Which is like crazy. I did like literally one in my like pitch black bedroom last night, and like you still see info.
Oh wow. Well,
like,
we switched to
that's crazy. Well, I don't think they'll be able to see that, right?
You tease them. Look at this photo.
It'll be on the Patreon.
Join the Patreon for this bad photo.
For this awful
potato.
Photo. So this photo is probably going to go up my Instagram in the next couple of weeks. But I took this yesterday. What's funny is like, and I was thinking about this as I was walking through, but this is like right in the alleyway next to my house. And I've walked by here for years and I've never taken this photo. And the lighting was just in a way yesterday that it got my attention. And I just find it funny how I've just like never thought to take this photo until yesterday. Which just goes to show that lighting is everything.
And being sensorial, keeping your eyes open.
Exactly. Look up.
Look out. Look up. Like the world around you is the most inspiring thing you have.
I think it was actually Jonathan Morrison that gave me that advice very early on, which was don't be afraid to look up. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I did. And then everything changed.
Yeah, the most, like, this is not going to be for everybody, and that's part of why I'm even going to say it, because you have to find your own, like, avenue for inspiration, but the most inspiring thing I can do, and I'm being 100% honest here.
No bullshit?
No bullshit.
No bullshit.
I go into the woods with my journal. I don't take a phone. I don't take anything. Sometimes I take my clothes off. Literally, I'm dead serious. This is what I do.
Jake!
And that's the most inspiring thing I can do.
Wait, this thing behind me, this piece of art, he rolled around naked on that.
That's true.
That is my favorite thing ever. Oh God, you bring me so much joy in weird ways.
What photos what cameras did you use for this? Did you say?
This is iPhone.
iPhone
11.
iPhone 2.
Yeah,
that was a
iPhone
joke
2.
that never actually made
Oh
it into it.
fuck yeah.
So we bought
We bought an iPhone 3GS, which is the second iPhone.
Is there an S?
Or no, 3G was the second iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like the 2,
At my
and we were like,
stupid
oh,
suggestion-
it's gonna be the iPhone 11 because it's 2, and it's
Yeah.
11.
At my dumb suggestion to an impulsive buyer. we
Yeah,
bought it
no,
from
you
eBay.
can't suggest that I buy things without expecting me to buy things. I am bad at life. I'm attempting to straighten this out. I don't know if it's a good idea. That's what my friends all used to say to me.
What's that?
Trying to straighten this one out.
Oh.
Boy.
Oof. Who cares?
Oh. That's doing things.
I like the framing too.
I
nice.
like that it's warped. I know that's stupid, but I like that it's warped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty wild.
That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. Kind of hurts my brain a little bit.
In a good way.
Uh-huh. Hurt my brain, sassy. Hey, how much of our Patreon crew do we have here?
Yeah.
I know Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson is here. But
Or was here. I don't know if Jackson's still here.
Jackson, you traitor.
Not trying to put him on blast. If anybody's from Patreon, say hello, please. Also, this is to put the Patreon on blast.
Oh, God.
But no, not really. Seriously, to anybody that is considering joining our Patreon, Jesus, make my phone brighter. We have a Discord.
Yes,
It's
we do.
been added to our Patreon fairly recently,
Yep.
and quite a bunch of our patrons are not using it right now. It's like instant access to us both individually. Both of us are on it, and we post a lot of stuff. And we have a general chat. We have an art chat where our community can post stuff, and we can talk.
Yep.
The whole community can talk about and review
We
that
critique
stuff.
a lot of stuff.
We have, and then we have a technical questions channel. So if you're a photographer, videographer, musician, sound person, whatever, in this kind of multimedia field, and you have a question that one of us can answer, either as a sound engineer, composer, or as a cinematographer, photographer, you literally have instant access to us and the community. So
Yep.
that's the plug for that, and it's a plug to our own patrons because some of our patrons aren't on Discord. Get on it, babies.
Yep, boys.
Babis.
Babis.
Also,
Binging with Babis.
you can make your own emojis.
Yeah, no,
On
there's a
Discord?
lot of
Some
really,
really fun emojis.
ridiculously embarrassing emojis over there. There's one that I didn't realize was from the first tech review I ever made on YouTube.
Jackson found that instantly.
Fuck
I
Jackson.
put a
Jesus
call out.
Christ, Jackson.
I put a call to action out on the Discord, and it was literally he must have had it saved. 'Cause it was
Jackson, why do you have it on your phone? Maybe don't tell me that. Okay, I think that's it. I think wow, we made it two minutes under too. I guess we'll just spend this last 2 minutes just talking.
Rock,
But
but
but yeah, no, that's with the exception of the first one, which you guys saw, which didn't save. We made it through this photo, and then we made it kind of through this photo, which looks a little bit better now that I'm taking some space from it. And then this photo, which I actually really like better than my previous time
do you want
editing
to
this photo.
do you want to put these back to original and try a preset on one of them?
Jake, don't encourage me. Don't try me, Jake.
Brandon's been playing with presets. He's building some presets.
Oh,
They
wow.
might be available.
That perspective warp. Look at that.
Wait, go back. Oh, that's cool.
That does some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
It looks like waves.
it does.
Like, it's really cool. I wish these air bubbles were in here.
Well, I guess take it up with the city.
Philly,
Philadelphia,
get
I needed
your
a better
shit
photo.
together. But I mean, if I use a preset, then okay. Ooh, Mingo Rush, Santa Monica.
I like that one. Which one's that? That was Santa Monica.
Mid Cathedral. Mid Cathedral doesn't really work on that one per se. There's God. The Bending Light Pack is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
It's called the Bending Light Pack. There's gonna be a few presets in it, but there's going to be more presets to come along.
Yep.
I think the way I'm also gonna structure the preset packs is like there's gonna be ones for specific types of photos. So like night photography.
Sounded like
And
you said
then,
photography.
Knife photography. Just knives.
Just knives.
And then, daylight photography, landscape photography, that type of thing. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, that's sort of where we are. And I think, with that, I think that's been a day.
Yeah, I think it's it.
Thank you guys so much for being part of this.
Yeah, for sticking around. That was really awesome.
If you want more of this, come join us on Patreon because we do this a lot and we love hanging out with y'all.
Yeah.
And it's a fun time. We drink coffee together and edit my photos and your photos because you guys submit to us and we go through that stuff, which is super fun.
We don't really talk about this a lot, but it's in the newsletter. Just plugging that again. But that like part of why we even decided to do this is obviously you are first and foremost, or maybe in tandem, but you are more known right now as being a cinematographer. But video is just a series of photos, and if you can practice adjusting and working on how to take a shot, how to make a shot good, that really helps your photo work. So
absolutely.
And like being in a community like the one that we have, like to me it's something, this has always been my life. Like I make things and I work on things with community members when there is a vacancy, when there's something I wish that I could join and it doesn't exist. I'm like, okay, it's time to make that. So like hopefully this has been pretty elucidating, and if it has, like, consider joining the family.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, it is. And like we see a lot of comments on your videos are like, how did you do this shot? How did you like that shot? Well, this is how you learn that, right?
This is how we do that shit.
If you want to know how we do it, there's a lot of info there, So
it's a fun time. Anyways, that link is in the description.
Yep.
And it's patreon.com/Havard, Havard. Not like the school.
Right.
Havard.
Yeah.
Say it with me.
Yep.
Havard, not Harvard. Havard.
A lot of new stuff coming tomorrow too.
Yeah, no.
Tomorrow's the first of the month, so we'll be dropping stuff tomorrow.
We'll be doing some fun stuff.
Yep.
New archive photos are dropping too. So
that also means that the next live stream will actually be next Friday. Next Friday?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then also Patreon crew, you guys get an exclusive video today.
Yes.
Which is also cool. Which is also photo editing.
Right. But not of our stuff.
Of your stuff, actually.
Yep.
Your beautiful smiling faces.
Okay. That's it.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out. Boom. And